The first question we would like to ask ourselves is, why do nations trade amongst themselves? As you can see, Ghana trades with different countries, and some other countries also trade with us. We import a lot of goods and services from some from China, some from Brazil, some from the United States of America, and United States of America also buys gold from Ghana. Some other countries buy cocoa from Ghana and all others. So why do nations trade among themselves? Nations trade among themselves because there are some advantages associated with trade. One is promotion of specialization. Every country is well endowed with some particular resources. So if nations agree to trade amongst themselves, these countries will focus on what they can do very well, specialize in it, and produce so much enough to feed the country and to feed other countries. And specialization increases production. So that is one advantage. Another advantage is trading amongst nations is a source of foreign exchange. Foreign exchange is getting a foreign currency, so that when there is a need and you need to buy something from another country, because you have their currency with you, you can easily buy them. Another advantage of trade among nations is access to foreign produced goods. There are some particular goods that may be needed in a country but can never be produced in the country. So trading with foreign countries enable you to have access to such goods. Ghana, for instance, we need apple. Apple has very good nutritional values, but we can never produce apples in Ghana. Because of trade among nations, we are able to have access to apple to chew. Okay, and one other advantage is efficient utilization of resources. Yeah, so if a nation trades with another nation, the local nation is able to use its resources very well, because it is not forcing itself to produce goods that it cannot produce. So if it is labor, the labor is specialized in craftsmanship, they will focus on that. By that, their resources will be used much more efficiently than they would have tried to do all or to produce all that are needed. They will just produce what they have available to themselves, and it will ensure efficiency. Okay, so despite these advantages or benefits from trade, there are also some disadvantages and some premises why people speak against trade. And these are some of the disadvantages. There are sometimes negative impacts on infant industries. An infant industry is a small industry that is coming up now, and it has started production, and it's hoping it will become big one day. If trade is liberalized or allowed, instead of people buying products from the infant industry, they will decide to import those products. And these products, as they come into the country, they come to compete with the infant industry, which will tend to cripple the infant industry and might never grow. A second reason is that some countries could be vulnerable. Some countries would tend to import products that might be harmful even to their health. Because of importation, Ghana, some people are able to import cigarettes, which is not even advisable to use it in a very hot weather in Ghana like this. So countries tend to be vulnerable. Citizens might be consuming very harmful products, and and there are other side effects that may be associated with importation. Example, dumping. Some countries would dump their products on the importing country. The importing country will tend not to be doing anything at all. Ghana, I think because of our importation, we've not even tried as much as possible to be able to produce commodities like hand sanitizers, toothpick, and others. So we are very vulnerable because we have allowed international trade. Another is overproduction and environmental impacts. International trade will be enlarging the market of producers. Producers know that as they produce, it is not only the local people who will buy, people in other countries might buy. So they will try and overproduce. If it is production of gold, they will try and overmine, and this will result in degrading of the land. Sometimes because their activities are so much, it might even cause air pollution, water body pollution, and all others, all because they want to produce so much to be able to export. So these are just but a few disadvantages of international trade. Now, in international trade, we have some basic theories, and the first two we'll look at are propounded on labor productivity and trade. This was initiated by Adam Smith, and later he was joined by David Hume. David Hume is quite less popular in economics, but he is one of the great men in economics, and also was supported by David Ricardo. So we are going to analyze two concepts that are based on the labor productivity and trade of a nation. These two concepts are absolute advantage and comparative advantage. Absolute advantage